Hello everyone watching on YouTube, and welcome back to part 100 of the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax playthrough, where we've literally just started the Ultimax story. Part 100, we're in the first chapter, guys, of the storyline. Let's go. I didn't realize that this game had 2 story modes in it when I first started it. I also did not think the Persona 4 Arena story would be as long as it was. This is a much longer playthrough than I was planning, but anyways, we're here at part 100. Last 2 videos, I think, we just started the Ultimax story, so we're gonna get on to chapter 2 of the Ultimax story here. And, Rize is my #1 waifu from Persona 4, so we will start with her. Let's get it. I raise one arm towards the mirror-lined wall and close my eyes. In my mind, I see a stage and the hazy shadow of a band. Glow sticks of all different colors shine in the packed seats. I'm looking at them from my mark, indicated with a spot of fluorescent paint. The moment the countdown hits 0, a spotlight comes on. I reach towards the... I unmuted my mic, didn't I? Yes, I did. Thank goodness. I reach towards the flooding light and become one with the stage.
Say hello. Hello. You gotta say goodbye to 1,000 lies, yeah. Shout friends, just those words you really mean. And let your voice be heard all over the world. Stand up when you hear a knock on the door. It's me, come on out. Get ready for your true story.
What kind of image training is that? That was some Dragon Ball Z level image training. Yeah, Rize is amazing. Look at her go. As I calm my breathing and look towards the clock to check how long the performance took me, I see where its 2 hands are pointing, jolting me back to reality in a hurry.
Oh, crap! I didn't take my bike today. I wonder if I could make the last train. Night, everyone. I'm off for today.
Yo, I hope that we get more Rize in the story mode, since she did not get... Like, she showed up in, like, everyone's story, but it never focused on her very much. So, I'm all for getting a little more Rize, because she's one of my favorite characters from Persona 4. Probably, like, my 3rd favorite Persona 4 character after Yosuke and Kanji, to be honest. I hurriedly address the people I pass as I fly out of the studio. After a mad dash to Okina Station, I barely make it into the stop train.
Made it.
I take a breather as the train slowly pulls out. The last train on a holiday is usually pretty empty, so I sit in an open seat and get my tunes from my bag. Get my tunes, dude. There's a new song on there they just gave me this afternoon. Today felt so long for some reason. Car.
It's gotten a lot later than we expected. Are you still okay on time?
Who on earth is this dude? His head weirds me out. His head is shaped weirdly, chat. I'm not the only one that sees it right. I think his eyes are like too wide compared to like the way his jawline is. It scares me.
You didn't have to give me a lift, you know. I'd have been fine.
That's not the issue. Come on, I'm your manager.
The reason Inoue-san seems so happy is because of the news we got earlier. When our president called us back to the office from the shoot today, we were greeted with a new song for me and a detailed plan for my comeback.
Still, I had no idea that the boss was putting together such a detailed plan for your comeback.
This dude is in Rize's social link? I do not remember him at all. I mean, like, I remember that she had a manager and everything, and that, like, he played a role in her social link. It's been a long time since I played Persona 4 Golden. I haven't touched Persona 4 Golden since I played it on the channel, which I think was in 2018, 2019? It has been at least 2 years. And I played Persona 5 The Royal and Persona 3 and 5 Dancing since then, so my memory on Persona 4's finer points is spotty.
Well, I'm grateful and all, but I just don't think I'm ready yet.
That's not true. We've all seen how hard you've been working. You're much stronger than you were. I think the boss is making the right decision.
Are you just flattering me, Inoue-san?
Never intentionally.
I never mean to.
You sang that new song we gave you today after just a short lesson. You even memorized the dance steps in record time.
I wasn't any good, though. I got distracted by the steps and kept going off key. And I wasn't hitting the turns cleanly. I've still got a long way to go.
It's true, even as far as discussion of my comeback goes, if Noi-san hadn't come up with an excuse for why he couldn't get in contact with me until yesterday, the plans could have been sunk.
Rise-chan, did something happen?
I was kidnapped by an evil robot, dude.
Huh?
I know that there's a part of your life you won't let me into, and that's okay.
You started the Persona 4 Golden playthrough July 8th, 2019. Really, it was 2019. The middle of 2019. Okay, so it's been over 2 years then.
An idol doesn't need to tell her manager everything. But there's a difference between keeping things private and isolating yourself. You asked if you could get some days off during the long holiday, right? And you didn't seem too keen on today's session either. Did you have some other engagement in mind?
No, you're just cutting me too much slack. Thanks, though. It's nothing to do with work. But there was something that made me realize how powerless I am.
So many people are supporting me for my comeback, but no matter how much I throw myself into rehearsals, all I can think about is how I was nothing but a burden in the incident yesterday.
Rise-chan?
You weren't nothing but a burden. You came in clutch like when people got close to the announcement room and you started linking them up when you weren't being, kept captive.
I'm okay. Were you worried I'd quit again? I'm still set on getting back into showbiz, once I shake off the rust from my hiatus.
I can tell that much from watching you practice. Still, maybe you need a breather.
Huh?
The publisher consulted me about maybe rescheduling the photo shoot. When I told them doing it later would be problematic since you're still a student, they decided to reschedule for another time. So, take a nice break tomorrow.
Noi-san.
But things will be busy after the long holiday. The success of your comeback project is on the line here.
I really appreciate it. Can you let me off at Okina Station today? If I have tomorrow off, I want to stop by the studio and practice a little more.
Huh? But wouldn't it be late by the time you're done? Why don't I take you straight home?
There's not enough room at home. Please? I'll go straight home after I practice a little.
Well, all right. But don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Actually, though, you shouldn't coddle me so much either. Okay, Inoue-san?
It doesn't sound like Inoue-san can do anything right. It's always too much or too little. Through the train window, I can see the countryside with only a few lights here and there. The train was empty to begin with, and it only gets emptier as we approach the final stop.
A long holiday, huh?
This holiday was supposed to cap off with just work and rehearsals. Even when I heard Yu Senpai was coming back, I was the one who decided not to change my plans. When I told the others, they said stuff like, oh, well, work's work and hang in there. Kanji was the only one who acted like a kid, saying, what's more important to you, your work or
That
Senpai?
reminds me. Naoto-kun had to work during the holidays, too.
Kanji's over here like, I would quit my job if it meant I got to spend one more day with Senpai. What a man. I bet Naoto-kun wouldn't get all indecisive about these things. When I sigh and take out my cell, I notice I have an email.
Oh, it's from Yukiko-senpai.
It's a summary of what the investigation team talked about today and the time we're meeting tomorrow.
You guys at 6 a.m.? That's early. I bet some of those guys are gonna be late for sure.
I don't think Kanji is physically capable of waking up before 8:30 a.m. I'm just gonna be honest. I laugh, but it quickly turns into a sigh. I have tomorrow off thanks to Inoue-san, and while I'm happy I get to see everyone, I'm a little bummed out too. I couldn't do anything during that incident. I don't remember anything else about that day after I finished shopping for dinner at Junes. When I came to, I was already in the announcement room in the TV world under the surveillance of General Teddy. In the end, it turned out that General Teddy was Labrys' shadow, taking on Teddy's form. The shadow was holding this event called the P-1 Grand Prix and forcing my senpai to fight each other in it. Since I was captured, they used my voice and likeness to goad everyone into hurting each other. I thought I sounded cool saying I had work, but I got kidnapped, imprisoned, and watched them use my face and voice to confuse everyone. Man, that was a rough day.
At this rate, I can barely face senpai and the others.
Yu Senpai will be going back tomorrow. I think about Fuka-san, who had such tremendous powers that she could help Mitsuru-san's group by describing what was going on in the TV world, even from outside. I wish I could be that useful. Well, Fuka's been at it for like 3 years. Give yourself some time.
The next stop is Yaso Inaba. Yaso Inaba.
Ooh, baby, red fog time. What the? That was a weird place to cut the announcement off. All of a sudden, all the lights in the train turn off, and the train that had already begun to slow down to its last stop grinds to a halt. It might not have cut the announcement off. Atlus might have just done the audio balancing so bad that it got so quiet at the end you couldn't hear it. It's a very
Oh no! A blackout?
It's a very Atlus thing to do. I look out the window to check. A huge red moon dominates the sky. Mamoru Uchiha! Yo, they're done. It's over. None of these fools can beat Madara Uchiha. They're about to get infinite Tsukuyomi'd into oblivion. Just call it all off. And in the direction the train was heading, there looks to be a giant red cocoon. Is that fog?
What is that? Inaba's that way.
I turn around. There's no one in the train. They've all disappeared. The train car was pretty empty, but I'm positive I wasn't the only passenger before.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, right, my cell.
Thinking I might be able to find something out if I contact someone, I look at the phone I'm still holding after checking my email. But it seems to have turned off by itself since the screen remains black. No matter how many times I press the power button, it won't turn on.
It's broken? Of all the times. Guys, you senpai.
Apart from the confusion, a sensation I know all too well starts to rise in me. I can't believe it, but there's no mistake.
This feeling, it can't be. It's like I'm inside the TV.
I'm moving before I can think twice. I yank open the door using the emergency lever and jump out onto the tracks. I begin running toward the Yasuo Inaba train station. Now's not the time to stay and cower here. Oh, was that all of her chapter? That didn't take very long. Dash to Inaba. That was worth 3%? Dude, this story is going to go so much faster than the other one. However, it also seems that this story has 80% less combat, which is insane, because the arena story was already 10% combat, 90% everything else. Well, Naoto time. Hey, hear me out. It's like cool we get to see Rize and the Persona 4 cast and Naoto and all that, but I'm just saying, Atlus, what the people really want is Koromaru. So if you could hit me with some Koromaru, I'd be super down. The clock's ticking echoes through the room, and I look up from the file I hold. It seems I yearn for some mental stimulation to distract me from the sheer volume of information I'm attempting to process. Chaos, did you want combat in your fighting game? You know what? That was a big ask of me. That's a good point. But when I look up, all that's before me are the tall stacks of files I brought in from the reference room. Even when I cooperated with the investigation as a detective, I'd only been in this room a few times. They must have ushered me into the drawing room on the highest floor of Inaba Station today in order to send a message. Don't draw attention to yourself. I lower my hat to rest my eyes and spend some time thinking back on the conversation I had a short while ago.
I see. In other words, nothing suspicious is apparent in the current Kirijo group.
Is that Sam Riegel?
Correct. There are no factors that would necessitate detouring Mitsuru Kirijo or the Shadow Operatives which she leads.
The man holding my report falls silent, pondering something. His reaction shows that he most likely foresaw what sort of report I'd hand in. The well-dressed man before me belongs to the National Police Agency, Security Bureau, Security and Planning Division, or in brief form, the Public Safety Police. Why didn't you start with the brief form? It was he who requested the undercover investigation into Mitsuru-san's Shadow Operatives.
Mitsuru Kirijo seemed to have some idea who stole her cargo, yes?
She did indeed. To begin with, the culprit knew the contents of the cargo which even Miss Kirijo herself did not fully understand.
Does Naoto's voice sound a little different compared to the arena story? It still sounds like her, but it's like she's got a cough.
It follows that the culprit in this case was someone with intimate knowledge of the Kirijo group's dark secrets.
I think Naoto's got a sore throat.
How Mitsuru Kirijo deals with this culprit will surely shed more light upon her true motives.
She's gonna crucify him, like they're trying to do to her. Fair is fair. Half of that is true, and half is... yeah, that word. That's sophisticated. I need to discover the trump card that public safety is hiding. For most likely, that trump card will lead us to the culprit of this case, the one who stole Labrys and threw her into the TV world. After a moment of silence, the man places a stack of thick folders before me, words. If he had prepared this in advance, that means he was weighing his options. He knows of my intentions, yet he must have made the decision that what they stand to gain is worth the risk.
Report to us again when you find out more.
Alright, goodbye. With that, the man leaves the room. It seems my gamble paid off.
Whether I find out more or not, it's certain that something will happen.
Labrys' kidnapper hasn't been caught, and the case is ongoing. Even now, there may be developments somewhere over the rainbow. My friends on the investigation team must be having a strategy meeting at that food court around now. Though it's been a while since any of us have seen Yu's senpai, so the conversation may have already digressed. Sighing, I force aside the twinge of loneliness and drop my gaze to the file that my gamble won.
The Kirijo Ergonomics Research Laboratory. An organization specializing in research upon shadows.
What I demanded of public safety was an investigative document on a Kirijo Group Research Institute, which no longer exists. The founder of that institute was Mitsuru-san's grandfather, Koetsu Kirijo. The contents of that report were filled with matters that were hard to believe. The Dark Hour, a different world populated by shadows that seems to intrude on the real world. The mysterious, almost alien artifacts known as plumes of dust that can induce a personality. Humanoid robots called anti-shadow suppression weapons that were developed to oppose shadows. Artificial persona users who gain their abilities with special drugs. Oh, that's Strega. Had I not seen Aiga-san and Labrys with my own two eyes, the supernatural contents of this file would seem ludicrously implausible. You fought a giant godlike eyeball that tried to cover the world in so much fog that everyone, forgot who they were and died or something. How can anything ever given to you ever be seen as implausible? That makes no sense. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
A flood of shadows and the manifestation of personas. There are many similarities to what we experienced. The chief difference is that their catastrophe was artificially induced in the name of research.
I sensed an unwavering commitment to duty from Mitsuru-san and her team. Though they, like us, are persona users, the horrors in this file must be why I detected a very different type of resolve from them.
I hesitate to look into such matters without their consent, but I doubt they would volunteer much.
From what I can deduce based on this, the culprit in Labrys' case is without a doubt related to Kirijo and ergo research. The clue that leads to the truth has to be here, so we must reach out to the truth. And if by chance something were to happen to Mitsuru-san and her people, we would need to know more about our common enemy.
Shuji Ikutsuki took the position of chairman at Gekkokan High after ergo research was disbanded. Mitsuru-san went there.
Ikutsuki was the pun guy, right? The guy who was he just existed as hey guys, I'm a chairman at the start of Persona 3, and then for literally no reason whatsoever, near the 75% through the story, he's aha, I'm evil! And then he died immediately or something. That was so, I still can't believe that happened. That was so whack.
Deceased in 2009. Cause of death: falling from the school's observatory. Was it suicide? No listed family.
There is no other information in regards to him in the document I gained from public safety. I almost said public security. The simplicity of the section in regards to the Shuji Ikutsuki, an obviously important person, oddly left an impression on me. Obviously important, but didn't really serve much purpose in Persona 3 other than a twist in the middle of the game. I finished reading over the material, but to be honest, it tells me little. Most of the principals involved are already deceased, including Koetsu Kirijo, Shuji Ikutsuki, and the persona users whose abilities were artificially awakened. Still, I do learn something. The culprit's objective in Labrys' case had similarities to the purpose of ergo research. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but, isn't there a way in Persona 3 FES that, Chidori doesn't die, like the other two members of Strega? I think I remember some people saying that and, complaining about it or something because they didn't like it when I played Persona 3. So, the other spin-off games just work under the assumption that Chidori did die? Chidori is a Schrodinger's cat? Ah, I see. Alright. That's all I needed to know. She could be alive or dead. Classic. To deliberately gather shadows in order to fuse them together? If that was the objective, wouldn't the TV world have been an ideal place for a test run?
It may be best if I check inside of the TV world once more.
When I open my cell phone to share my findings, scant though they may be, I notice that the hour is late. It's almost the next day.
It's a bit late to call them. Which reminds me, I think I heard thunder earlier. Could it have rained?
It just occurred to me, the dark hour in Persona 3 happens at midnight, right? The dark hour is it's in between midnight and the next day or whatever. That little second. And then the midnight channel for Persona 4. So I guess Persona 5 is the one that broke the trend. They were like, hey dude, we're not doing this midnight garbage anymore. We don't got time for that nonsense. Literally just give them a phone app that lets them go there anytime necessary. Having to wait on midnight probably would have been a bit weirder for the Persona 5 cast's storyline, so I get why. It didn't occur to me until just now that Persona 3 and 4, well, I guess in Persona 4, you can go into the TV literally whenever you want, right? If you have a Persona, it's just that the Midnight channel only plays at midnight. So it was actually kind of like a progression. In Persona 3, only at midnight, or in between midnight and the next day, same difference. Only at midnight. Persona 4, get information at midnight, go whenever you feel about it. Persona 5, we don't care anymore, dude. Midnight's irrelevant. Just wake up, get out there, and get to work. Yeah, in Persona 6, every day is midnight. In Persona 6, you can only do stuff during noon, during midday. That word, reigned, gives me pause. Yes, reigned. It still exists, Naoto. During the incident with Labris, the Midnight channel was broadcasting again. If her case is truly ongoing, does that mean it could come on tonight? A bad feeling crosses my mind. A feeling crossed your mind? That would be a
this
thought.
hour? From an unknown number.
That would be a thought crossed your mind, Naoto, not a feeling.
Hello.
I got through. Miss Detective? Wait, no. Naoto-kun, right?
Voice. Is that you, Labris? What's the matter?
Yo, Labris already? Let's go. I know that Labris was like the main focus in the first arena, but I love Labris. I want more Labris in Ultimax too. Please give her some screen time. She doesn't have to have a lot because she had a lot in arena, but I better don't just push her to the side. I want some Labris screen time.
Listen up, because we got a big problem. Mitsuru-san and the others were on their way to Inaba, but they've gone missing.
Missing?
So we were gonna go look for them, but these weird guys came barging into the Shadow Operatives lab. I'm the only one who got out.
What do you mean you got out? Labris, you have a battle axe! You should have killed them! The Shadow Operatives research lab was attacked. Could it be the enemy? No, that's not it. This is most likely.
Labris, calm down. Can you describe anything unique about the people who invaded your headquarters?
Unique? They came in a big group. They wore suits. They showed this paper-looking thing, and they said something about an investigation.
Dude, when I saw paper-looking thing, I was like, it took all of my strength not to break out into laughter. They had this paper-looking thing and had the word warrant on it. I was scared, okay? Just as I thought, public safety. I had my suspicions, but there can be no mistake. Though the Creejo Group and Public Safety are formally in cooperation, Public Safety privately has a low opinion of the Shadow Operatives, hence their request that I perform an undercover investigation. They must have found out about Mitsuru-san's disappearance and used it as an opportunity to launch a compulsory investigation. But Mitsuru-san's disappearance, could it really be related to Public Safety's move? Labris said a moment ago that Mitsuru-san and her people were headed to Inaba. Why? While I think carefully, sorting through this new information, I asked Labris for more details.
I understand. What's your present situation?
I'm in a helicopter with an actress wearing a Power Ranger suit. It's wild.
I can't go back to the lab, right? Even if I could, I wouldn't know what to do without Mitsuru-san around. But then I found out the Shadow Operatives got these special folks who only get called up in emergencies.
Yeah, they're called the Persona 3 cast.
I just met up with them a minute ago, and we're about to go look for Mitsuru-san and them.
Dude, I'm not a big fan of Junpei and Yukari. Like, I don't remember how I felt about them when I got to the end of Persona 3, and maybe if I played Persona 3 again and refreshed my mind, I would, like, remember how much I liked or disliked them, but I feel like Junpei was really annoying at times. I feel like Yukari was like, she was fine. But honestly, I love their new designs, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them show up and do stuff in this story mode, since we didn't get any of them in Persona 4 Arena. Who knows, maybe I'll like them more in this storyline than I did in Persona 3.
Understood. I'll cooperate as well. I'm sure the others won't say no either. We'll all try searching for Mitsuru-san.
But more than that, I'm really just looking forward to Koromaru.
Really? Thanks.
Labris, there's something else I'd like to ask. Why was Mitsuru-san headed for Inaba?
If I remember right, they found a weird shadow reading over there, so they were gonna go look into it.
A weird shadow reading?
Yeah, it's a reading of a weird shadow. An abnormal shadow reading is detected in Inaba, and Mitsuru-san and her people go missing when they head out to investigate. Even if this is unrelated to the public safety matter, I can't overlook this detail. Mitsuru-san and her people are Persona users, and extremely skilled ones at that. If they're in a situation with no means of contacting help, then whatever enemy they face must be formidable. And the first such enemy who comes to mind is the culprit who kidnapped Labris and forced us to fight in the P-1 Grand Prix.
She said the reading spiked all of a sudden. Did something happen over there?
Allova is my favorite word now. A-L-L-O-V-A. All ova is when you watch an anime series, but you only watch the ovas and nothing else.
Nothing springs to mind. Oh, sorry, hold on a moment.
I checked the clock on the wall of the drawing room. It's almost midnight. If there was an abnormal shadow reading, the Midnight Channel could be involved. I need to find a room with a TV.
I'm sorry, but let's continue this on the move. We should meet up at the very least. Actually, is that a helicopter I hear in the background?
It took you so long to ask about this helicopter.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can tell. We have a maid piloting one right now.
A maid? A personal helicopter and a maid piloting it? I never thought of my family as poor, but thinking back to that limousine, the Kirijo clan seems to be on a completely different level. A maid? That dude, that maid has to be related to Alfred.
Let me think of a place where a helicopter could land around here.
Oh, goodbye. As I continue to talk while walking down the hallway, all the lights suddenly turn off. Though it is midnight, this is a police station. There should be several officers still stationed here, even at this hour. However, in defiance of these facts, an unnatural stillness pervades the air.
Blackout.
I'm surprised they're going with this whole, like, all of the people vanish thing instead of just going dark hour style and having coffins be around. But I guess when they were doing the storyline, they were like, nah, we really don't want people to think it's the dark hour. Maybe. No, that's not it. The roaring helicopter rotors on the other end of the line have also fallen silent.
Labris?
Yeah, Labris' helicopter crashed. My cell phone has gone dead as if the batteries were drained. I try a few things, but it won't even turn on. Have all the electronics here stopped working so suddenly? I open a nearby door to get a better look at my environment. The empty room is hazily lit by an eerie red glow coming from the window. Walking to get a clearer view, I gasp at the sight outside. An obvious an obvious fog has fallen upon this quiet rural town.
Red fog?
Seeing the town enveloped in fog, I can't help but remember last year's case. With the foreboding feeling that the situation is taking a turn for the worst, I quickly leave the strangely empty Inaba station. That moon is not red at all. Mamoru Uchiha is not here. It's not the dark hour, it's the harkened hour. Completely different. Aw, thanks for clearing that up. Appreciate it. To be continued. Wait a minute. I forgot to take note of when I started. Yo, my boy Yosuke Hanamura, let's go! Of when I started part 100. I think it was at about 3:15. 3 hours and 15 minutes on the stream timer. Wasn't it, chat? Somewhere around there? So we need to go until about 4 hours and 15 minutes? Give or take? I think? So we got like 35 more minutes? 35 more minutes. All right, so we're about halfway through part 100. A warped town. Let's keep it going. Oh, no, Teddy's there too, dang it.
Damn it, it's not turning on. The streetlights are all out too. What in the world's going on here?
Yosuke, forget everything about all the electronics being turned off. Do you see what I see? That is a river of Mountain Dew. The ultimate gamer river. It said that if you're baptized in the Mountain Dew River, you become the one true gamer. You can't pass up on this chance to be the one true gamer, Yosuke. You have to have Teddy baptize you in the Mountain Dew. The Midnight Channel came on again. I called up you, and all of a sudden, my cell's gone completely dead. What in the world is happening now? I decided to rush to the floodplain for the time being. Yeah, the floodplain. That's my first instinct of where to go. But there's not a single soul out in the red fog apart from Teddy, who's running right next to me. Isn't this pretty dangerous?
There's no one around. Am I gonna be all alone with Yosuke for the rest of my life? No! Why couldn't I be stuck with a beautiful lady?
This is maybe the one time in my life I agree with Teddy. Well, if I had to be stuck with someone who wasn't a beautiful lady, Yosuke would be pretty high up in my choices. But
I could say the same thing about you. Anyways, we need to get to Junes right now. Let's go.
Yeah, so far the Ultimax story seems way better structured. I'm hoping there's a little bit more combat than there was in the Arena one after we get through this intro bit. Like, we haven't had any combat yet, but also they're like setting everything up, so it kind of makes sense.
We're going to Juness? Such devotion to your company in a crisis.
He's the wage slave from the boonies, dude.
That's not why we're going, moron. Someone from the team's bound to be there now. Whenever anything happened, we always met up there. So if we can't get in contact with anyone, that's the first place to go, right?
Oh, I see. And Sensei, Chie-chan, Yuki-chan, and even Kanji are probably on their way right now.
I'm pretty sure that Kanji is currently bathing in the Mountain Dew. That sounds like a him thing to do.
Actually, I could imagine Kanji going straight into the TV world instead.
Only if he's half asleep. I mean, that guy went into the TV while he was half asleep. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if the first thing he thought was, I better go into the TV right away.
Still, what was up with that midnight channel earlier? I've never heard of it starting before midnight. And what's up with the countdown? This isn't New Year's Eve.
It's a good thing we were in front of the TV. If we missed it, the world could have ended without us even knowing.
Dude, don't even say stuff like that.
If I'm remembering right, he said something about a one-on-one battle within an hour, and there were words. And then there was that short shot of Mitsuru-san and her people up on crosses.
Was that video for real? I doubt Mitsuru-san's bunch would get caught that easily.
Crucifying a lady like that is unforgivable. Yosuke, let's hurry and meet up with everyone so we can go rescue Michan.
Right. You're really fired up about this, aren't you?
And then, I'm gonna get a thank you kiss from the lovely ladies.
Drown him in the Mountain Dew. Just as the Mountain Dew can bless those who are gamers, it can destroy those who are simps.
That's what you're after. How much of a horn dog can one bear be?
My man said horn dog.
Huh? Don't you like Michan's amazing bod too, Yosuke?
Her name is Mitsuru.
Well, who wouldn't be interested? Hey, where are you going with this?
Honestly, Yosuke, I respect it. But to be serious for a sec, that lady's way too intense for me. It's not that she just pulls off the queen thing to a T. She totally is one. Absolute, dude, Yosuke, smartest man alive. No, wait, now's not the time to be fantasizing about that stuff. There's always time to fantasize about Mitsuru, let me tell you.
Ugh, don't stop all so suddenly. I don't have bear brakes, you know.
Teddy's saying something stupid again, but I don't have time to deal with it. The story of my Persona 4 life. I turned to Teddy and mentioned the doubt that hit me just now.
Hey, is this fog getting thicker?
It's not just my imagination, the visibility is way worse than when we rushed out of the house. This red fog is definitely getting thicker. This is starting to be way too much like last year's case. Then again, the fog last time wasn't red like this. What kind of a sneeze was that?
Yikes, can't you cover your mouth when you sneeze? What's gotten into you?
My nose got itchy all of a sudden. I'm very sorry.
Just hurry up and wipe your nose.
By the way, Yosuke,
What now?
I hope it's just my imagination, but was this road always this long?
Huh?
In spite of myself, I take a quick look around. I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't notice, but why are we running on and on down the floodplain? I can't see too well through the fog, but I don't remember the floodplain going on this long. And what little I can see in the distance looks distorted, like we're in the TV world. I'm really getting a bad feeling about all this.
Hey, Yosuke?
What now?
I've been having this bad feeling all this time. Can I share this scary feeling with you too?
You gonna start telling ghost stories?
What's with the creepy buildup? Just hurry up and say it.
We're outside the TV world right now, right? But this place smells the same.
The same as where?
Well, the same as inside the TV.
Only thing for it is to see if you can summon a persona.
Huh? Seriously?
Uh-huh. Look, my bare nose is itching up a storm.
For real?
Your nose? That's right. Does that mean you can tell where everyone is?
I can kinda tell, but this fog is so thick that it's, achoo!
God, don't turn towards me when you're sneezing. You're sure that's not just allergies?
Yeah, he's allergic to Mountain Dew because Mountain Dew destroys simps.
How rude! I don't have any allergies. My nose has been feeling so itchy that...
Yeah, what a reliable nose you have. Damn it, gotta find everyone somehow. With the town all messed up, even that might be impossible.
If the town's really become like the TV world, then I doubt this road leads to Junes at all. There doesn't seem to be a soul in town. With things like this, are the others really safe?
What now?
Here it comes! My Teddy sensors are picking up something!
Wouldn't Teddy being in bear form imply they were in the TV world instead of the real world? No, Teddy is always in bear form when he's out of the thing. Like, most of Persona 4, the original game, Teddy is in the bear suit in the real world instead of being, like, out of the suit in his human form. Like, normally when he's at Junes, it's in the bear suit and kids think he's a mascot and all. That's, like, why he has his job. I don't know what he picked up, but Teddy begins running down the riverbank. It's not like Morgana in Persona 5, where, like, Morgana is only in his, like, Phantom Thief form when he's in the metaverse. Teddy is completely different. Wait, what the heck's he doing running ahead all by himself? I heard Lee follow him into the riverbed.
You still haven't told me what... Huh? Is someone coming?
What on earth is happening to this location? Why are there Mario blocks all around? And that bridge is doing a sick, like, twisty twist.
Sorry about the wait.
Okay, you are obviously not actually Narukami. Like, your voice was such an absolute, like, hey, I'm actually not Narukami. I'm here to fight you to the death, dude.
You? How did you get here?
Yosuke, hold on a sec!
Huh? Not now, Teddy. I'm glad you're safe, you.
Of course. So you're with Teddy after all.
Huh? Well, yeah. You're acting kinda strange. What's going on?
What worthless vermin who can't survive without huddling together.
Huh?
Worthless vermin! Something's not right. You doesn't seem his usual self. I don't know, that seems kind of on brand for me. In the last P-1 Grand Prix, there were times when the other person was hearing something different than what we said. But that was because Labrys' special function was messing with our senses. Could the same thing be happening here?
Yosuke, no! That's not Sensei! He has a strong, shadowy stink!
Yo, you're right, this is a Mario Kart map. This must be part of the new DLC that they released. This must be one of the maps that's coming out in the next wave.
What?
The you here smirks in a totally evil way. Yeah, Teddy's right, this guy definitely isn't you. Okay.
It's too late. Now, bring on the rain.
Whoa! What the...
When this thing that looks like you raises his hand in the air, 4 glowing red pillars fall from the sky to surround us, lodging themselves in the ground. Teddy has to roll backwards on instinct to avoid getting crushed by one of them. Oh man, if only he had been crushed by it. Ooh, fancy.
I'm gonna die!
Look at Teddy's eyes back there, dude. Is Narukami normally left-handed?
Teddy, are you okay? Ugh!
I try to rush over to him, but in the corner of my eye, I see one of the red pillars give off an eerie glow.
Ow!
The next moment, I ran right into an invisible wall. It's always invisible walls with these spin-offs. That really hurt. I feel like my nose is gonna fall off. Fall off? This is another thing that's just like the P-1 Grand Prix the other day.
Huh? You really don't learn, do you, Yosuke? This is the P1, so obviously the rule is that only the winner can move on.
Nobody touches his precious Nanako! The sister complex kingpin of steel, you Narukami!
Now, it's about to begin. The first battle of the P1 climax. Is everyone ready? You again? Yosuke, the fake Teddy's back!
He looks pretty real to me.
You're General Teddy? Seriously? But you were just Labrys's...
What are you talking about? You're such a grown ranger, Yosuke. It doesn't matter who I am.
Is that a pun? Grown Ranger? What does that mean?
Continue this idle speculation, and you'll lose your life rather quickly.
I'm done speculating idly. Let's get the fighting. This isn't good. I sense something and instinctively dive to the side. Man, I love this arena so much. After I do a quick roll on the hard ground, I hurry to get back to on my feet. Did you think it would be soft ground? I look back to where I was standing to see the sword you swung hitting that exact spot. Holy crap. If that had hit me, I would have been practically dead.
Bastard! What was that for?
There's only one thing that happens in the P1. So how do you draw your weapon, Yosuke?
What are you saying? You seem a lot like you. I can't tell if you're being tricked or not.
Why are Persona characters incapable of seeing when someone's eyes are yellow? He's been Norded! Get him!
Ah, Yosuke. There's no need to worry. What you're looking at now isn't Sensei.
Because the story is structured in a more linear fashion where everyone is part of the same story instead of, like, doing different perspectives of slightly different stories, we now have to summon not people to fight you, because otherwise we would only be able to have, like, 8 fights in the story mode and it would all be over very quick.
It's a complete fake that I made. So now that there's no need to hold back, go fight it!
A fake?
That's right! What really draws in the crowds at a fighting tournament are chaotic, intense, neck-and-neck battles! So the great General Teddy went to the trouble of ginning up Shadows to settle things with you guys.
Ginning? Dude, they should have looped this track for this moment, but they did not loop it, and it's very off-putting. He made this thing? Yikes, the you here looks exactly like the real deal. Where did General Teddy learn that trick? Wait a second. Even before that, wasn't General Teddy just another form of Labrys's shadow? But Labrys already accepted her shadow and made it her persona. This doesn't make any sense.
What's the matter? You're supposed to be all about fair and square fights. Why won't you hurry up and start this mano-a-mano rumble?
As General Teddy speaks, the fake you readies his sword. Dang it, he really is just like the real one. Make fun of Nanako, it'll throw him off his game.
Seriously, a fake? You're pretty well made.
Of course I am. What's born from your data. My skills are the same. In fact, you're superior. Or are you incapable of doing anything without your friends, Captain Masato?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you egging me on because you're so quiet!
Oh, you just had to take a jab at my painful memories, didn't you? But I get it now. Since I know you're a fake, there's no need to hold back.
You'll regret acting all gallant like that. Persona.
What in the world? How did a fake sensei summon a real persona?
Is a fake persona. Easy, boom, next question.
Whoa, for real?
For real? Yo, Ryuji's gonna show up and save the day. Dude, that's so not fair. Aren't you supposed to be limited to summoning personas in the TV world? It literally just depends on what game you're playing. I have a sharp retort all prepared, but no matter how I look at it, I'm at a disadvantage here. Wait, but hold on. Teddy just said this place smells the same as inside the TV. Could that mean? Do you have your kunai on you right now? Do you just carry them around for moments like these?
Yosuke, you have to run! Hurry!
Stay back, Teddy. If this seriously is a P1, then we won't be able to go on unless I win. With what's happened to the town, this is no time for hesitating. I'm gonna take a chance and go for it.
I close my eyes and concentrate on my feelings. There's no doubt about it. I sense a large power somewhere inside me and hone in on it with my senses. I have to believe in myself. There's a part of me somewhere that's determined not to run anymore. I will defeat this guy and go tell everyone what's going on.
Come, Persona!
Oh, they threw us right into the fight. Okay. All right, bring it on, sucker. You're going down. How much time do I have left?
Final.
Got about 20-ish minutes. All right. The representative of Junes, dude. I'm on it. Woo! Oh, I love... Dude, my favorite grab is Yosuke's. I love Yosuke's grab. It's so cool. It's so very cash money. Look at this infinite combo of death I've hit him with. I'm gonna Brave Blade you. I want to Brave Blade you for funsies. You can't get me in a corner anymore. I remembered the R1 button. I know what the R1 button does now. Ow. It's over.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I definitely confused Yosuke's ultimate and Narukami's ultimate. I thought that Narukami had an ultimate that was just like Yosuke's. That's my B.
Ha! I win.
Oh, okay. I was so weirded out for a second because we were thrown into a fight so suddenly, it felt like, and then after the fight, we immediately got thrown into dialogue. There aren't bookmarks anymore. In the Arena storyline, before and after a fight, you would always have a bookmark, so there would be a little break before you got into it, and now in the Ultimax storyline, that's not how it goes. That might be a problem, because I usually used the bookmark moments. You may have noticed throughout this playthrough, whenever a bookmark moment came up, I was normally quiet while I did the bookmark and ended it, because I usually tried to use those as breaking points for videos, because it was really hard to find moments where there wasn't me talking or dialogue going off in the Arena story. I hope I'm not going to have trouble breaking up. I'm not going to have any trouble with this because it's a part 100. But I hope I'm not going to have any trouble breaking up videos for the Ultimax story because there aren't, I won't have bookmarks to fall back on. The moment I declare victory over the fake you, the red pillars surrounding us shatter with a tinkling noise. Tinkling? That's the adjective you use for that? Okay. If the P-1 rules still apply, that must mean the invisible walls are gone now. But man, even though he's a fake, it was pretty tiring to fight another Persona user. Every time I clashed with him, my muscles were burning up. My eyes still feel like they're prickling. Am I that out of shape?
Yosuke! I believed in you!
As if pushing away the red fog, Teddy comes rushing towards me with a tear-stained face and a drippy nose. Ew. I open my arms and reflexively dodge him. Nice.
Yosuke?
Dude, what did you expect? You were practically soaking in fog, tears, and snot. I pretend not to notice his offended look and try to come up with something else to talk about.
Well, fake you. Are you? Ah! Whoa!
Hi. Oh, bye. He just got absorbed by Calamity Ganon. When I turn around, the fake you starts to melt into black goop before my eyes. This real sight leaves me at a loss for words, but not Teddy.
Ah! Sensei's melted like butter!
Sensei.
Dude, that wasn't the real you. Though this is kind of a gross way to prove it.
Even as we speak, the fake you bubbles up and continues to melt away. I guess they weren't lying when they said this fake was made with a shadow. Still, just because it's a fake doesn't change the fact that it looks like you. Seeing it dissolve like that makes me feel a little sick.
Huh?
Once the fake you completely loses its shape, becoming just a black puddle, these particles of light float up from it into the sky.
What was that?
Hey, Yosuke, and that was a shadow, not Sensei, right?
I sure hope so, otherwise we just killed the protagonist. I don't really plan on watching the Persona 4 anime because I already played Persona 4 Golden. I don't need to watch the anime. I already know everything that happens.
Yeah, seems like. The real you, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't melt into goo like that.
How do you know? Has he ever told you he's not able to melt into goo? Maybe that's one of his many talents.
That's true, but,
What is it? You're being really cagey today.
Labby-chan's kidnapper said he wanted to steal our personas and make them into shadows, right? Do you think Sensei's persona got stolen and became that thing you fought?
Yo, that'd be wild.
What? Like hell that would happen. Wait, it wouldn't, right?
How would either of you know the answer to this question?
Don't ask me, I asked you first.
No, that's impossible. There's no way he'd go down so fast. But that fake was really strong, and the way it fought did seem a lot like the real you.
Anyway, we gotta hurry and find the others. This whole thing is making me more and more nervous. And man, suddenly I can use my persona in the real world? What's happening to this town?
Do you see the super twisted metal bridge over there? Like, crazy stuff is happening, brother.
Huh?
What's up?
I smell the real Sensei. And from the other direction, I'm sniffing... Oh, it's Yuki-chan!
Really? Can you smell the other guys too?
No, just those two. Actually, this might not be good. I sense shadows real close to both of them.
What? Damn it. Oh well, we're gonna have to split up. We need to make sure everyone's safe first. After that, we can meet up at Juness. I'm sure you won't get lost with that nose of yours.
Alrighty then. In that case, it's time to fully open up my bare nostrils. Roar! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your teddy is coming for you!
Hey, wait! You didn't tell me where you is!
I love that little sound effect of him running off.
Roar! Yuki-chan!
Damn it, you perverted bear! You are so getting a pay cut for this!
Dock his pay! I am liking the structure of this story a lot more so far. Oh. Ah, and then they connect. Oh! Okay. Very interesting how these all line up and go downwards like this. Okay, I like it. I like it. I've only got like 13 minutes left, so let's immediately jump into Teddy's and go through and clear his, and then next stream we can start with Narukami's part of Chapter 4. Oh, this is where...
Yuki-chan, I'm coming. Huh? It's the same sign again.
Mayo Mart. A mart that only sells mayonnaise 24/7? This is where Akihiko and Chie fought for the beef steak or whatever in Chie's joke ending.
Dead end this time. What's going on here?
It's no use. I decide to stop and then concentrate on my nose.
Here it comes. I'm sensing Yuki-chan for sure. Huh? There's something else nearby too.
Could this someone be trying to approach Yuki-chan, who must be so lonely and lost without her teddy, and score with her? That's unforgivable. My rage is on the edge of exploding.
It's no use. I can only tell that there's two.
Of the two readings near Yuki-chan, one of them seems a bit weird. How do I put this? It was like that sensei that melted earlier.
Could it be someone's fake? This isn't good. My nose just won't listen. I mean, work. I don't even know where I am anymore. I wonder if Yosuke managed to find Sensei. What are you acting like a lost kid for, you idiot? It's a ghost! You look so spineless. It is none other than I, General Teddy. Where's your salute? It's that shameless imposter again.
What's with this inflated ego? First we defeated a fake sensei, and now a fake me's shown up. Worse yet, this is the bizarre fake that caused me so much hassle the other day. Looks like I'd better give it a piece of my mind.
Seriously, what a bearden you are. If you keep dawdling around, the world will go kablooey.
That's right, I can't waste my time here. Hey, why is the fake telling me that? Oh, is this reverse psychology? Is this weirdly dressed clone actually a good guy? Nah, impossible.
You can try to nudge me along all you want, but I'm not fooled. You're an imposter after my good name. Oh, what a rude bear. Saying such things after I try to be kind. Well then, I'll tell you something especially good. It does not matter whether I'm real or an imposter. Have you forgotten? You are the same as me. Nothing but a mere shadow.
Ah, what's going on here? Just when I thought the fake stopped cosplaying as that puffed up general, its voice suddenly changed. How dare he say that I'm the same as a shadow? It's so mean.
That's not true. I mean, I was just an ordinary nobody bear at first.
This Arena OST that's playing right now is so good, except they don't have it set to loop, so the sudden stop and then kick up again is so disorienting. I wish it was set to loop during these scenes.
But I met Sensei and everyone else and changed. I'm the one, the only Teddy. Sensei said so.
I'm using the wrong word. It is set to loop because it ends and then starts again, which is literally what it means to loop. But I mean if it was like cut properly to where the music didn't just suddenly stop or something.
Then tell me this. What would you be if you didn't have your friends?
Huh?
If you are unable to be yourself until recognized by another, what are you truly?
That's...
Don't worry, it's not only you. All the worthless refuse living in this world is the same. That is the extent of the self. It is a squalid concept espoused by weaklings who cannot see themselves save through comparison to others. You lick each other's wounds, finding peace by herding together. Deep in this rotted intimacy, you avert your eyes from the truth.
That's not how it is. I just want to be with my friends. They're not averting their eyes either.
Shadow Teddy does have very cursed facial expressions. I'm trying not to look at it.
Regardless, I will kill you slowly and return you and your persona back to Shadows. Now, bring on the ring!
Here we go. When the fake puts its hands up, these red pillars go wham into the ground. This is just like when Yosuke fought against the Shadow earlier. Let me guess. Does this face want to pick a face? Does this fake want to pick a fight with me? I can read.
What's the matter? Scared? Well then, how about a wager? Whoever wins is the real one.
Like I let that happen. There's no way I can lose this. I'll do whatever it takes to prove I'm the one and only Teddy in the world.
Oh, here we go. Bana bana bow 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 bow. Dims is fighting words.
Finally.
This is truly cursed. The Beast in Heat, that was your name? Ugh. Oh, there's Rize up there commentating again. I will destroy you, you freak. It's almost time to wrap up part 100, so I gotta speed this up a little bit. Die. Die, I say. Pop, 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 pop. The wind-up and the missile. I was actually trying to go for his ult, by the way, but then I accidentally held the combo too long and lost too much SP. Stop. You're done. Nailed it.
All right, announcement over. Until next time.
There are shadow people walking in the background? I just noticed there was a cat back there, too.
I did it. I get to keep being the real Teddy. But was fighting always this tiring? I feel more pooped than usual.
Right when I get a chance to catch my breath, the pillars split down the middle, and the red fog that had thinned while I was fighting comes drifting in and moistens my adorable bod. I hate him.
This fog again.
What idiot decided that during the Ultimax story, you know what we really want? We want Sam Riegel to have to make a bunch of sneezing noises. I'm getting tired of it.
Well, that'll do.
Huh? Was this fake not really a fake? When Yosuke won, the fake went all blurp, glurp, purple flirt and got melty. So why is this one still standing normally?
A shadow with an ego. I thought it could be suitable for my scheme, but it seems I'll have to use the other instead.
When General Teddy opens his palm, I can see those shiny thingies in it. Then, just like that, they go flying into the sky like the wind blew them away. Is he creating a spirit bomb? What are those shiny thingies? I think I saw them when Yosuke was fighting too.
Come on, what are you staring at? Your friends are already headed to the school. Why aren't you on your way to meet them? Grr. You don't get to boss me around. And what's up with you? You did all this to the town. You keep telling us where we're supposed to go. If you're the enemy, then why aren't you acting more evil? Yeesh. What a noisy bear. Your complaint doesn't make any sense either. Anyway, just hurry up and come to the high school. We're gonna settle the score once and for all there.
Bye.
Wait!
Before I can stop him, General Teddy disappears into the red fog. But I did hear him say that everyone is headed to the school. Why are they all going there? As best as I can remember, the school that Sensei went to is in the same direction that those shiny thingies flew towards.
What is that? There's a huge tower standing where Sensei's high school should be.
It's Tartarus 2.0.
And what's that red fog swirling around? I think I smell danger from it.
I think for a moment, wow, this is going to take a while for Teddy to get a thought through. It looks like something bad's happened to Sensei's school, but I promised Yosuke that I'd find Yuki-chan. My nose is still all runny, but Yuki-chan's smell hasn't moved from that spot yet, so I know what I have to do.
If the others are headed to the school, then I need to get to Yuki-chan. I'm sure Sensei and the rest can handle everything over there. Rah! Wait for me, Yuki-chan! Your adorable teddy is rushing to you at once!
What a guy. I hate him. Wow, that only took like 8 minutes, like 8 or 10 minutes. That's crazy. Stuff does move a lot smoother in this story mode compared to the other one. Wait for me, Yuki-chan. All right, we're 18% complete already? Dude, we're gonna be done with this story mode in like a third of the time it took us to do Persona 4 Arenas. But I still don't know what those other question marks are. I guess we'll have to find out at some point. But all right, already we're almost 1/5 done after playing for like an hour and a half. That's pretty insane. Okay. Well, the third ordeal. Oh, we're gonna be in the Velvet Room. Okay, yeah, because Margaret in that secret scene over in this story was like, oh, I wonder if you'll have a third ordeal to do or whatever, dude. Teddy, you save Yukiko. Chie warmed the bench. Chie's a good bench warmer. She does it a lot. She's got a lot of practice. All right, well, that should be about an hour. We might be a couple of minutes short of an hour for part 100. I'm not sure, but I definitely don't have time to, like, start up whatever dialogue would happen here. So I'm liking the structure of this story a lot more already, and I'm really interested to see about this guy who kidnapped Labris and what he's doing. I'm excited to see the other Persona 3 cast members. Really want to see Koromaru, and finally see that redheaded guy in my thumbnail and see what he's about. So yeah, really good stuff, really good stuff. Oh, Stretch. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to catch these live, link to my Twitch channel in the description. I would love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. I appreciate support either way. And we'll be back later on YouTube for part 101 to continue through the Ultimax story. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Till then, farewell.